Hello everyone, I'm Priyanka Bish from DPS Lamachor. Today in this session, we'll be discussing the format of cash flow from operating activities. As in the previous session, we have discussed what is operating activities. So operating activities are the activities which are directly related to the operations of the business. And this operations is related directly to the production of the business. So all the expenses and incomes which is related to the production of the business are considered as operating activities. So to find out the cash flow from operating activities, the first thing which is to be calculated is net profit before tax and extraordinary items. So to find out the net profit before tax and extraordinary items, we will take the difference of the profit of the company between the previous year and current year. For example, if the profit of a company as per statement of P&L account in the previous year is 1 lakh rupees, and the current year profit of a company is 1,50,000. So we will take the net profit as per statement of P&L account by subtracting the current year profit with the previous year profit. So difference between the previous year profit and current year profit is 50,000. So we will take the profit as per statement of P&L account as 50,000. Similarly, if reserves is given, previous year reserve is 1,50,000 and current year reserves is 2 lakh. So, by calculating the amount of reserve, we will subtract the current year reserve with the previous year reserve. So, we will write the difference between the reserves of previous year and current year as 50,000. So, here while calculating the net profit before tax, we have to keep this in mind that here the net profit is calculated, pure net profit is calculated. That means that net profit should be from operating activities. So all the impurities which is added in the net profit, that will be nullified here. For example, we can say when the net profit reaches to the balance sheet, it is divided into various parts. For example, some part of the profit is kept as reserves and surplus. Some part of the profit is used as a provision for tax. So here when we are calculating the net profit, we will add all these parts to find out the actual net profit earned from operating activities. So the first item which will be included here will be difference between the balances of P&L account as per statement of P&L account. So here we will take the difference between the balance of P&L as per statement of P&L account. Now in this we will add transfer to reserves, because this is also a part of the profit which is divided. So here we will take the difference between the balances of P&L account as per statement of P&L account. This difference will be between previous year and current year. Next we will add transfer to reserve. Here also we will take the difference between current year and previous year. Now, next item will be included is interim dividend, current year, then proposed dividend, current year, then provision for tax, current year. Next item which we will add is extraordinary items which is debited from P&L account. extraordinary item debited from P&L account. We will understand this with an example. So for example, if due to some natural calamity, the company has suffered the loss. So that loss is due to natural calamity, which is a non-operating activity. So that loss might be deducted from the net profit. So to nullify that effect, we will add it to the net profit here, because here we are finding out the net profit from operating activity, and that loss was considered as non-operating expense. So non-operating expense was deducted from profit. Now to nullify that effect, we will add that net non-operating expenses in calculating profit. Next we will deduct extraordinary item credited in P&L account. So, for example, the company has received the insurance claim, and that amount has been added in the net profit. But that insurance claim is considered as non-operating income. So that non-operating income which might have been added in the profit, now to nullify that effect, we will subtract that from net profit to calculate the net profit from operating activities. We will also subtract tax refund amount, because tax refund is also considered as non-operating income. So all the non-operating income is subtracted from net profit from operating activities and added to the net profit from operating activities. So this is the first step while calculating cash flow from operating activities, which is to be calculated in this way. So here is the format of cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March 2020. So the first heading will be cash flow from operating activities. As we know, cash flow statements are classified into 3 activities. We are discussing the concept of first activity, which is cash flow from operating activities. Now, to find out the cash flow from operating activities, the first item will be to calculate net profit before tax and extraordinary items. So, previously we have learned how to calculate net profit before tax and extraordinary items by adding all the parts of the profit to the amount of profit to be calculated from operating activities. Now, in net profit before tax and extraordinary items, all the non-operating expenses are added and all the non-operating incomes are subtracted. Now, why non-operating expenses are added? See, when we used to calculate the profit in trading and P&L account, we used to subtract all the non-operating expenses. So to nullify that effect, to find out the cash flow from operating activities, we will add all the non-operating expenses. प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस कैलकुलेट करते टाइम हम लोग क्या करते थे, ट्रेडिंग एंड पीएनएल अकाउंट में सारे नॉन ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंसेस को सब्ट्रैक्ट करते थे. यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे, उस इफेक्ट को नलिफाई करने के लिए हम सारे नॉन ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंसेस को ऐड कर देंगे, ताकि जितने भी नॉन ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंसेस हैं वो सारे नलिफाई हो जाए, बिकॉज वी आर हियर कैलकुलेटिंग द net profit from operating activities. So all non-operating activities should be nullified. Now, so we will add non-cash and non-operating expenses. So here are some non-cash and non-operating expenses. First is depreciation. Depreciation is considered as non-cash. Depreciation is an operating activity, but it is considered as non-cash activity. In the same way, amortization means decrease in the value of intangible fixed assets. Intangible fixed assets can be goodwill, patents, trademarks, etc. So amortization of intangible fixed asset is an operating activity, but it is considered as non-cash. Third is loss on sale of fixed asset. So this loss is also considered as non-cash. Next is interest on bank overdraft and cash credit. This is a cash item, but it is treated as non-operating expenses. Next is interest on borrowings. It is also treated as non-operating expenses. So we have added all the non-operating and non-cash items. Now we will subtract all the non-operating incomes, because these incomes might have added in the net profit while preparing trading and P&L account. So to nullify this effect, to find out the net profit from operating activities, we will subtract all the non-operating income so that this effect can be nullified. So non-operating incomes can be rental income, dividend income, interest income, gain on sale of fixed assets. All these items are non-operating incomes. So by subtracting non-operating income from non-operating expenses, we will get operating profit before working capital changes. See, we have already studied the formula for calculating operating profit in the chapter ratios. Formula was net profit before tax plus non-operating expenses minus non-operating income. So by calculating operating profit before working capital changes, we will add decrease in current assets and increase in current liabilities, and we will subtract decrease in current liabilities and increase in current assets. So by adding and subtracting increase and decrease in current assets and current liabilities to the operating profit before working capital changes, we will get the cash generated from operations. But this is not the cash flow statement from operating activity. This is just a cash generated from all these operations. So here we will subtract corporate tax, which can be found out by subtracting refund amount from tax paid amount. So after subtracting this from cash generated from operation, we will get cash flow from operating activities before extraordinary items. See, when we were calculating net profit before tax, we were adding and subtracting the extraordinary items. So if we have added the extraordinary item there, we will subtract it here to nullify that effect. Or if we have subtracted that extraordinary item to calculate net profit before tax, we will add here to nullify that effect. So at last, we get the cash flow from or used in operating activities. Cash flow from is used when there is a increase in cash balance, and when there is a decrease in cash balance, we will use cash flow used in operating activities. So this is how the cash flow statement from operating activities is calculated. So in this session, we have learned the format of cash flow from operating activities. In the next session, we'll solve some practical question based on operating activities. That's all for today. Thank you.